So my name is Jared Rosenblitt. I'm from Torolog. We're from Toronto, Canada, and I made a Spider-Man display. It's called, according to the title card, The Amazing Spider-Man 2 Times Square Battle. So this is based on not based on any particular scene, but more on a movie poster they released, where Spider-Man is actually fighting the three main villains of the movie. The Rhino over there, the Green Goblin, and Electro. The cool thing is the Rhino actually was definitely one of the big parts of the, well, not a huge part of the movie, but when I saw him in the trailers, I knew I had to do something with him. So I put him in there, even though he's not part of the actual fight scene in the movie. I wanted to put these two in there because, you know, it sort of displays the whole movie and the whole Spider-Man universe, you know, Spider-Man fighting his bad guys and stuff. I built a style actually, or at least I named it, called Cutaway, where it's just an excuse because I don't have enough bricks to complete the build, but it actually, what I try to do is I sort of show cutaways of different parts of the mock. So for example, here we only have half of a billboard here because it sort of cuts away. Otherwise I would have had to bought a lot more parts, and I don't think I can afford more. This already took up a lot of my collection. But yeah, so the way Cutaway works is I just sort of build bits and parts of a building and such so that you can get both an internal view as well as an external view. And I personally, for myself, I like how it just complements each other. Like you have the outside. This is actually based on a real building in Times Square. And then you have the inside, which I was allowed, because, you know, the inside is not, it's always changing, right? You can do whatever you want. I was allowed to play around a bit. So I've got, for example, Tony Stark right in there. And I've also got Lois Lane sort of hanging out, I guess, in her apartment. And up here we got Nick Fury. And then as a little joke, I actually put the old Spider-Man from the 2004 sets up in here because I just thought it would be funny, you know, to have the old Spider-Man watch the new Spider-Man fighting his battles. And yeah.
Yeah, and I think that's a great strategy, like you were saying. If you don't have a lot of parts or low budget, you can't spend a ton of money on everything you build, then I think that's a great way to do it and still capture the buildings nicely.
Thank you, thank you. It's definitely an interesting style, and it definitely helps because it forces you to pack more detail into the things that are complete, just to sort of distract the viewer as they're watching. So, for example, here, you know, in order to really stop people from veering off the edge with their eyes, right, I put a mini scale of the Rhino and Electro, because in Times Square there's a CNN billboard that's constantly playing, yeah, so I put those in there sort of, you know, so for people to see and sort of, you know, try to figure out what it is. And, you know, I hid some characters, and so Deadpool, for example, is over there. I tried to hide a lot of characters in the mock as Easter eggs for people to find.